Right now at 6, a rooftop shootout. One person is dead after opening fire on police officers.
And protecting our children. Over 40 U.S. attorneys general band together to help protect kids against social media giants.
Watching WKBT La Crosse, this is News 8 Now at 6.
Good evening, everyone, and thanks for joining us for News 8 Now at 6. I'm Ken Kozarowski.
And I'm Emily Brown.
An Unalaska woman accused of killing a child was denied reduced bail earlier today.
31-year-old Josie Dykman faces first-degree intentional homicide charges in connection to the death of 6-year-old Alexavier Pedrin. Dykman's attorney argued to have her $250,000 bond lowered. Her bond was originally $1 million. That was reduced during an August bail bond hearing.
Dykman's attorney argued she couldn't afford that bond. He also requested that she be released to Ophelia's House, which is a program designed to keep non-violent women out of jail. Judge Elliot Levine denied those requests. Dykman is set to next appear in court in January.
A woman has been arrested following a crash Sunday that killed a 25-year-old man. Police arrested 24-year-old Savannah Myers for homicide by intoxicated use of a vehicle. She was also charged with injury by intoxicated use of a vehicle, OWI causing injury, and OWI third offense. Police said responders found a vehicle down a steep embankment near the 4200 block of Kinney Cooley Road. 25-year-old Joshua Hernandez was thrown from the vehicle during the crash and died at the scene. Myers and 2 children were removed from the vehicle and taken to the hospital. One of the children was flown to a Madison area hospital due to the severity of their injuries. The accident is still under investigation.
One person is dead after a standoff at a school with Germantown police in southeast Wisconsin. According to the Associated Press, Germantown police were called to a middle school parking lot last evening for a person acting erratically. When they arrived at the school, the person climbed onto the school's roof and fired at them. The officers returned fire, killing that person. About 70 students were in the school at the time of the shooting. Officials say no students were hurt. No classes were held at the middle school today as the Wisconsin Department of Justice investigates the scene.
Wisconsin Attorney General Josh Kaul announced today he is joining 42 attorneys general in suing Meta, the parent company of Facebook and Instagram, for harming the mental health of children. The attorneys general claimed the platform, quote, knowingly designed and deployed harmful features. They believe Meta tried to hide the psychological harms Instagram and Facebook have on young users and misled the public about those harms. The coalition is also investigating the conduct of TikTok based on similar concerns. That investigation is ongoing, according to Kaul's office.
The head of Wisconsin's DNR is resigning with a heavy heart after less than a year in the role. That's according to the Milwaukee Journal-Sentinel. Adam Payne has given Governor Evers a resignation letter. He writes that he needs to spend more time with his family. He was part of the Wolf Management Plan process over the last year and pushed for efforts to address the forever chemicals known as PFAS. He had previously spent 24 years as an administrator out in Sheboygan County, where he prioritized conservation projects. His last day with the DNR is November 1st, and the governor will search for a new appointee.
A new police officer is joining the team at the Jackson County Sheriff's Office. K-9 Oakley will help investigators locate missing persons and track down suspects in criminal cases. Oakley is 7 months old, and she comes from Bluegrass Bloodhound in Kentucky. Jackson County was able to get Oakley with grant funding from the Jimmy Rice Center.
Well, in the meantime, this region has seen quite a bit of radar activity over the course of the day.
We sure have.
It has been a wet day for some, and some not so much, but we actually had severe weather too early on last night up to the north, and we just had a storm that went through near Toma. It did die, but so far no reports of any hail with that one. Right now, we do have a significant line of showers and thunderstorms really stretching from about Winona up to Black River Falls. This line really has maybe a little hail in it, but the really main threat is probably going to brief heavy rainfall, kind of training over the same area as it begins to lift a little bit north. So if you're heading that direction, that's something to keep in mind of. Otherwise, up to the north, it's been on and off showers or thunderstorms, pretty much rainfall for Eau Claire. A few breaks maybe this evening, but otherwise it should be that. The big picture shows that front is still sitting up to our north. Ahead of it, we're in the warm air, so that's what's providing a lot of the showers and thunderstorms. Temperatures 80 got up to 80 in Prairie du Chien, 82 in Boswell. So some areas did top the 80s down there. For this evening, once again, most of the showers for La Crosse will probably be just to our north. So if you go further south, it'll probably be dry. Up to the north, a little wet, but muggy kind of conditions for this time of year. In Eau Claire, there might be a few breaks, but otherwise on again, showers or thunderstorms throughout the evening. Once again, still mild, upper 50s. That's the rainfall we had for the last 24 hours. Pretty significant up to the north. Later on, I'll indicate why there is a threat for some river flooding up there just because of the rain and the rain that we're going to get. All that a bit later in the broadcast.
All right, Greg, thanks very much. Well, a local real estate company is holding an open house regarding the redeveloping of a beloved La Crosse garden.
News 8 Now's Jeremy Wall joins us with the latest. Jeremy?
Ken and Emily, neighbors aren't holding back. I spoke to multiple residents. They tell me if the garden were to get redeveloped, they would like to see different things to replace it. One neighbor who's been using the garden since it opened more than a decade ago says she wants to see a park, adding there would be no community space to get together if 360 Real Estate Solutions decides to get rid of the current one. Another neighbor agrees, saying they would prefer more of an open green space. I also spoke to people who tell me they would like to see another community garden there and more single-family homes. Coming up at 10, I'll be talking to the man who started the garden more than a decade ago, find out what his thoughts are. Live in La Crosse, Jeremy Wall, News 8 Now.
Okay, thank you, Jeremy.
Coming up tonight at 6, the conflict continues.
Israel has increased its airstrikes while the families of more than 200 hostages wait to hear from their loved ones.
Hello? Yeah, this is Russell Nicolay. Yeah, bald head, sunglasses, you got it. Yeah. Billboards, baby.
Whoa, 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 man. Hey, if they want the real Nicolay, they should get the real Nicolay. Thank you. Russell Nicolay here. Yeah, we can help.
In a world full of choices, make sure you get the real Nicolay.
Fake beard, really, man?
Oh, come on, it's like looking in a mirror, isn't it?
I don't know about that.
We've got you. It's a pledge to make sure you're always taken care of. A pledge that your Touchstone Energy Cooperative honors each and every day. When it comes to keeping things running smoothly or getting them back on track when they're not, we've got you. Always. Touchstone Energy Cooperatives, your source for power and information.
They have state-of-the-art equipment. We have state-of-the-art equipment. They have qualified technicians. We have qualified technicians. They can set your appointment in maybe a month. We can get you in tomorrow. They will charge you an arm and a leg. We charge hundreds, not thousands. Sensible MRI, where quality and affordability meet.
911, what's your emergency?
I smell something delicious and I don't know what it is.
Ma'am, we've traced the smell and it's coming from inside your oven.
Ah, amazing!
Papa Murphy's.
Seeing clearly matters. Being seen matters more. Get 40% off lenses on a complete pair purchase. Nobody cares for eyes more than Pearl.
Israel says it has launched 400 airstrikes on Hamas targets in Gaza over the past day.
The UN is warning of catastrophic conditions for Palestinian civilians as families of more than 200 hostages wait and hope for Hamas to release their loved ones. Tina Kraus reports from Tel Aviv.
As Israel ramps up airstrikes, casualties in Gaza are rising, and the struggle to move aid into the Hamas-controlled territory is growing.
We're running out of stocks of water, food, medicines.
Terror has gripped the region since Hamas's October 7th attacks on Israeli civilians. Yocheved Lifshitz, one of the two elderly hostages released Monday, said she went through hell, and her daughter says the family's nightmare isn't over.
We do not know from my mom's story what happened to my dad. We do know that he was injured.
The faces of the missing are plastered on this wall near Israel's military and defense headquarters, a reminder of what's at stake.
Where's the outrage? Where is the revulsion?
Saturday. At an impassioned UN Security Council meeting, U.S. Secretary of State Antony Blinken called for universal condemnation of Hamas's terrorism and the immediate release of hostages.
I implore every member here, use your voice, use your influence, use your leverage to secure their unconditional and immediate release.
The mental toll of the war is almost inescapable, even as Israelis here in Tel Aviv try to find a moment's peace.
It's okay.
We heard bombs in the distance as we spoke with Daniel Amagol, who came to the beach to clear his head. Daniel Vask and his family left their home in southern Israel to get farther away from Gaza.
The kids are going through a difficult time.
He says Hamas should know Israelis won't back down from a fight.
After the Holocaust, we built this country. So imagine what we will do after what happened.
Israel has vowed to destroy the terror group in a looming ground invasion. Tina Kraus, CBS News, Tel Aviv.
Secretary Blinken says the U.S. is working with Egypt, Israel, and the UN on a sustainable aid channel to civilians in Gaza.
Well, hours after winning his party's nomination, Minnesota Representative Tom Emmer dropped his bid for Speaker.
Now House Republicans must once again scramble for a new nominee.
The swift exit comes from the race is the latest sign Republicans are still no closer to electing a new Speaker, 3 weeks after Kevin McCarthy's historic removal from the chair.
Emmer was the third Republican to win the nomination of the GOP conference, but he left the race after failing to secure the necessary votes to win the gavel.
Emmer's bid to be Speaker collapsed following opposition from the right flank of his conference and fresh attacks waged by former President Donald Trump.
Emmer could only afford to lose 4 Republicans in a floor vote. 26 voted against him behind closed doors. Up next tonight at 6, parents getting informed.
October is SIDS Awareness Month, and parents are learning how to avoid this problem and keep their children safe.
Yeah, we just topped off, but it's all downhill for the temperatures after hitting the 70s near 80. We're going to drop all the way down to the 40s, maybe 30s even this weekend, and that may involve some snow too. I'll break that all down coming up on your First Warn Weather Update after the break.
At Dahl Auto, buy 3 tires at our everyday low price and get the 4th for free. Plus, you'll still get any manufacturer rebates. If you can find a better deal anywhere, we'll match it. But we'll be surprised if you do. Learn more at dahlauto.com. Simple.
Get 11% off everything at Menards. Elevate your living spaces with Mohawk Perfect Seal laminate flooring. It's durable and waterproof, making it perfect for active households. Get it now for just $2.99 per square foot after rebate. Finish your dream bathroom with Sterling tubs and showers that fit your style and budget. Like this Sterling Ensemble shower. Its durable high-gloss finish provides lasting beauty. Get it now for $629.98 after 11% rebate.
Save big money at Menards.
Get the bathroom of your dreams faster than ever. Call today or go online to schedule your free consultation and take advantage of our 30-day bathroom offer from your home improvement company. That's right, a complete bathroom project from order to installation in 30 days or less. Our team of trained and certified professionals will ensure your project is done right the first time. And on top of that, we're offering no interest, no payments, and nothing down until 2025. Your home improvement company, where it's your home made better.
Are you looking for a high-paying career without any experience? Chart Industries has the opportunity you've been waiting for. Starting wage $30 per hour, highest pay in the area, guaranteed 40 hours, and so much more. If you are making less than $60,000 and want a healthy work-life balance, apply at jobs.chartindustries.com today. That's jobs.chartindustries.com.
Get 50% off lists during the Big Fall Home Sale at Slumberland Furniture and one of our best finance sales of the year. Pay no interest for 3 years. Get this stylish sectional for just $7.99. Looking for reclining? Get this super comfortable reclining sofa for just $5.55. Plus lots and lots of other incredible deals, like a 4-piece modern bedroom group for just $9.99. Up to 50% off. The Big Fall Home Sale. One of our best finance sales of the year. Only at Slumberland Furniture.
The service departments at the Dahl Auto Group are staffed by the most experienced team in the region. Whether you're buying a used car they've inspected or driving home one they've serviced, you can trust their work for years to come. Dahl Auto, simple.
October is Sudden Infant Death Syndrome Awareness Month. Better known as SIDS, medical experts define the term as the sudden unexplained death of a baby younger than a year old.
But there are steps to take to lower the risk of SIDS. Stephanie Stahl is in Pennsylvania, where one program is giving new parents the best tips.
You don't want them to move and roll on their face.
It's a class for parents about keeping babies safe while they sleep, preventing SIDS, Sudden Infant Death Syndrome.
You don't want the baby's head at the top of the crib. The baby should always be in the middle.
This is the Infant Safe Sleep program from the Philadelphia Health Department that's trying to reduce the city's high infant mortality rates.
I think if the more moms be educated, I think the rates will go down.
Keisha Copeland is here with her 2-month-old daughter, Serenity.
I learned that babies should always sleep alone on the back in the crib.
SIDS is often associated with improper bedding in a crib or babies sleeping on their stomachs.
If their face is down, it's not safe. They go into a deep sleep and they sleep themselves to death. So that's why we say never on their belly.
Research shows 93% of SIDS deaths are preventable.
The main thing is education.
Annette Frazier is a program manager for the health department teaching the Safe Infant Sleep program.
The simple message, ABC, the baby sleeps A alone, B on the back, and C in the crib.
So that means infants should never sleep in a bed or with a parent, which is dangerous.
I think it promotes safe sleep for kids.
Keisha is appreciative for the class that helps new parents and keeps babies like Serenity healthy.
It's important for her to be safe today so she can live a happy, long life.
Stephanie Stahl, CBS News, Philadelphia.
The CDC says there are more than 3,400 sudden unexpected infant deaths in the U.S. every year, and about a third of those are classified as SIDS. Well, a couple of distinct lines on our radar screens pushing through our region. Let's get the latest from our chief meteorologist, Greg Barnhart.
Yeah, we got really two lines, and the southern one's the one that has a little bit more potent to it right now. You can see basically from Winona up to Black River Falls, just east of Rochester. This very narrow line has some brief heavy rain, even probably some small hail with it. That's probably the strongest of them. The one further to the north up towards Eau Claire, that's generally just some showers, maybe a thunderstorm embedded, but that is not that as significant. And the other stuff you can see, that's the hail from the last 6 hours. They had several storms go up towards Twin Cities, some further northeast in Wisconsin too. They had about 1-inch hail. So that's what we're going to be monitoring this. But you notice to the south, there's nothing going on too. So it's a big picture. Satellite shows the what to the west. This whole system is really complex, beginning to dig south. That's all the cold air and the snow begin to produce out west. We'll eventually see that. But for tonight, showers, thunderstorms, they'll be ending for the morning commute. Wednesday morning commute. It probably will be dry. We have more rain coming probably Wednesday night through Thursday night. And then we have some mix, yes, some mix, rain or snow showers coming Saturday night into Sunday, maybe going into Monday as the colder air finally arrives. But 60s for tomorrow, still very mild. 50s, you'll feel a little drop, a little more chill come Friday. But then this week in the 30s and 40s, and that continues for the first half of next week, including Halloween, which should be around the 40-degree mark for Halloween, cooling in the 30s for the evening. But hail-wise, marginal threat, very low threat, but there is one there for some hail. And once again, it could get up to 1 inch, something we'll keep in mind up through this evening hours. As you see, this whole band really just stays north of La Crosse. So areas to the south may not see a lot of showers or thunderstorms tonight until later, until the thing begins to push southeast. Eventually by 2 or 3, it'll push east of Eau Claire, probably about 4 to 5 east of La Crosse, and everything by the morning commute probably will be just a shower or two to the south, but most of it will be done. And then the rest of the thing for Wednesday, it's just cloud cover with some light wind, so we don't expect to see a lot of precipitation. Tomorrow should be fairly dry. The next chance, the next wave comes up, it's not till late, probably closer to midnight tomorrow night. That'll be the next line coming. And right here it is. That'll continue for Thursday with a wet day Thursday. And then notice once we get past that, another system Friday. This is a little bit more scattered in nature, but then if we look towards Saturday and Sunday, that's when we got this front to the south, so we're kind of on the cold side of it now. One comes across, and that could be where we could pick up a little snow or rain, depending on temperatures, Saturday night. And then there's another one comes through Sunday, the back of it. So once again, there's opportunities. And then Monday, northwest flow, which means you got all these snow showers too developing under the peak of the daytime heating. So once again, it'll feel more like the middle of December come Monday and Tuesday of next week behind this. So there's some opportunities. Once again, no accumulation with any of the snow. Significant amounts of rain, 2 to 3 inches, potentially more just in the corridor up to the north. And that's why there is a river issue up towards Black River Falls. Those areas could see some rises in the creeks and rivers up there just because it is saturated. We got more rain coming over the next probably couple days. For tonight, if you're south of La Crosse, you might not see much in the way of showers or thunderstorms till late. North of La Crosse to Eau Claire, it's going to be a wet overnight. Look at the temperatures up 40s. Very mild to the south, may just barely get below 60. And then tomorrow should be mostly dry for all areas. And once again, still fairly mild, maybe not quite as warm as today, upper 60s south till around 60 up to the north. Once again, a shower chance will probably hold off until we get closer to Wednesday night and then into Thursday morning. So wet day on Thursday. We'll still have some wet conditions, but not all day on Friday in the upper 50s. You'll feel the chill a little bit, but then you'll definitely see it come Saturday and Sunday. Once again, some areas could see their first snow come Sunday, no accumulation with it. And then, yeah, we switch right back to winter in time for Halloween, basically. That's what's going to be the tune.
Right on schedule.
Basically, right on schedule. So it should be dry for Halloween right now, it looks like, but it will be chilly.
All right. Thank you, Greg. Coming up next in sports, bring on some basketball. Ooh, I was early today. Hey, Rob Schiff is going to be in next with all the details.
Don't be tricked by sales and free stuff. Better products at better prices on all your home improvements during the 2023 Fall Home Show at the Board Store Home Improvements. Don't miss it.
To everyone who craves a fresh meal, come have a taste of Wisconsin.
America's Dairyland.
As in real dairy.
It gives Culver's fresh frozen custard its famous rich and creamy flavor. Like really rich.
So rich.
Rich and creamy.
And our cook-to-order Butterburgers?
They're topped with, you guessed it, Wisconsin cheese.
But it's the smiles we put on your face with every meal made just for you.
It really makes our hearts melt.
From Wisconsin with love.
Welcome to Delicious.
There are trucks, and then there's the GMC Sierra. Available with the connected driving experience. And the world's first 6-function multi-pro tailgate. GMC Sierra. It's the truck. Or get $3,500 purchase cash on select 2023 Sierra models. Or get a total of $6,000 purchase allowance when you trade in an eligible vehicle. Are record energy costs putting a squeeze on your fixed or limited incomes? With inflation rising at record levels and incomes not keeping pace, you might be one of tens of thousands of Wisconsin residents who are struggling to survive in the blistering heat of summer or the bitter cold of winter. While you haven't asked for it, the Keep Wisconsin Warm Cool Fund and your local energy assistance providers are here to help. No Wisconsin resident should ever have to face the challenge of living without heat or power or face homelessness. For a hand up, apply today and call 1-800-506-5596. That's 800-506-5596. Or visit www.kwwf.org.
Covering all of the exciting action from your community, here's News 8 Now's Rob Schiff.
What a week in the world of sports. High school playoffs are heating up. The Minnesota football squads kick off their playoffs tonight, and the NBA tips off its regular season in just a couple hours. The Bucks have to wait until Thursday, but they got their two-time MVP locked up for the foreseeable future. And the Greek Freak getting paid. Giannis signing a 3-year, $186 million extension to remain in Milwaukee. The two sides coming to an agreement just a couple of days before the regular season begins. When it comes to the 7-time All-Star, the decision for the Bucks was basically a no-brainer. He's the face of the franchise. He's one of the most beloved athletes in the state. He's an NBA champ as well. Now he has a chance to continue his legacy in Wisconsin. And Giannis saying all the right things when asked about staying in Milwaukee.
I'm excited that I can be here until, what you said, 2026, 27? 26, 27. It was the first time in my NBA career that I didn't know the number of my contract. I just signed it because I wanted to be here.
Gotta love the guy. Giannis and the Bucks open the regular season on Thursday at home against Philly. As for Minnesota, the Timberwolves tip off their season tomorrow night in Toronto, but they'll be without Jaden McDaniels. He suffered a calf strain during their preseason, so he will officially be out on Wednesday night. The news comes just one day after McDaniels signed a 5-year, $136 million extension to stay in Minnesota. 23-year-old was a big part of the T-Wolves' success last season. McDaniels averaging just over 12 points a game last year. Also shot just under 40% from three in 79 starts for the T-Wolves last season. On the gridiron tonight in Minnesota, the postseason kicks off for a few of our area squads. We got a good one in Spring Grove tonight. Lions hosting Mabel Canton. Cougars pulling off the huge upset back in late September. It was their first win in 19 tries against the Lions. They'll look to do it again tonight. As for Houston, the Hurricanes are at home hosting Southland. Lancers hit the road. They'll take on Plainview Elgin Millville. And the Ramblers will have their hands full tonight as Cotter clashes with powerhouse Chatfield. Some of those highlights, we'll have scores coming up at 10. Rush Pete also on the road.
Nice.
They'll be taking on Kenyon Wanamingo.
Love that one. That's a good one. All right, so a little bit of football and a little bit of hype of the NBA.
Yeah.
We were just in there looking at the city jerseys, like the new alternates that everybody's got. Bucks are okay. It's okay. Timberwolves, I would buy that immediately. The frosty, it's got a frosty, icy look. I think.
I like the old school jerseys for all these teams, but I'm a traditionalist.
Yeah, well,
Can't forget about D-backs Phillies, Game 7. Colton, big D-backs fan tonight. He'll be watching back there.
He'll be biting his nails throughout that entire game.
Love it. Game 7.
Rob, thanks very much.
Thank
We will be right back after this.
Stories are told on our Instagram at WKBT News 8. Or you can always find us at news8000.com.
Stanton Optical is the best value in eye care. We do the math, people. For $79, you get all this. That costs over $200 at Walmart, over $300 at LensCrafters, and over $200 at America's Best. When it comes to value, Stanton Optical is the top bird.
Ruggability. We straight made that word up. How else to describe the otherwise indescribable, rugged, capable, incredible versatility and affordability of a Honda SUV? Kelley Blue Book's KBB.com calls Honda the best value brand. Car and Driver calls Honda the winningest brand in 10 best history. But we like ruggability, and you'll like the incredifantabulous deals, so see your Wisconsin Heartland Honda dealer today. Honda gets Wisconsin.
Honey, where are the kids?
I put them in the furnace so I could figure out why we don't have any heat.
You did what?
Maybe it's that loose wire.
Maybe it's that plug vent.
Maybe it's the bad igniter.
Maybe it's a dirty flame sensor.
Or maybe...
Why don't we just call G&T Heating and Air Conditioning?
Quality you can count on, experience you can trust.
With over 50 years of combined experience, G&T services residential and commercial customers within 50 miles of West Salem.
Stanton Optical is the best value in eye care. We do the math, people. For $79, you get all this. That costs over $200 at Walmart, over $300 at LensCrafters, and over $200 at America's Best. When it comes to value, Stanton Optical is the top bird.
All right, we have definitely a line of showers, thunderstorms, even some hail kind of indicated a little bit in that line, definitely from Winona to Black River Falls. So that's the area of concern. Up to the north, further, not too much, just showers, thunderstorms. Once again, tomorrow, we look like it's just a cloudy day, so it's not going to be too bad. So the Ouija board's actually going to just say cloudy and mild, 68. So not like the 70s today, but definitely it'll still be warm. And then we just kind of drop the temperatures down to the 40s by the weekend.
Just like that.
Yep, just like that, it's gone.
Greg, thanks very much, and thank you all for joining us tonight.
We'll see you at 10.